Well, it seems we look at more and more San Francisco 49er plays. They're having a great year. And we take a look at their bunch counter here on All 22 Tuesday.
Yeah, Key, this is another great play design here from Kyle Shanahan. It has a lot of elements to it. First, I think that you have to look at here is the formation and the shift. So they start in the 2x2 formation, then they shift to the bunch, then they bring the jet motion, then they bring you call it the old tackle trap play, or like the old long trap. So I mean, you have three moving pieces here that's going to mess with the nickel and the linebackers run fits here. And something I like here that they also do is they run this play towards the tight end at that defensive end, and as that defensive end that when you're playing Shanahan, you have to deal with wide zone, so you can't get reached. You're dealing with this fake jet, and you're trying to get over top of the tight end, so you can possibly get a hand on that end or on that jet sweep and slow him down. But then they're going to kick him out, so that end's going to come way upfield no matter what. Because number one, he's trying to not get reached, and number two, he's trying to defend the jet here. But also with all this shifting and all this jet motion, then 19 coming back under on the trap play here, it changes the nickel and the linebackers fits a ton because they're in a single gap space in here, and when you have this shift, all right, now they don't rotate with the secondary. Now they shift with the linebackers and the nickel. So now that nickel is going to fit inside that A gap. Well, now when you got jet motion, he's going to pull back out. And also when you have this guard pull too, now you got somebody that has to get back over the top as well. So I mean, you're really screwing with the defense here. I mean, just a lot of moving parts up front, a lot of things that they got to look at. Gaps moving like crazy here. Have to defend the bunch, have to defend the jet, have to defend the wide zone. Then you hit them with the long trap. Then we'll take a look at the video. See right here, changes the linebackers fits right here. See, they all bump. Then you'll bring the jet again. It's going to change their fits again. Now you're going to pull her. Change their fits again. And, something you could pick up on right here is Kuechly knows pre-snap that something's happening here because that left guard is deep. You can tell right now he is deeper than the center and the tackle, so he's probably pulling. And I think Kuechly sniffs this out because he's a dang good player. But I think he gets tripped up right here because there's so many moving parts here. That is a lot of – see right here, so gaps changed, 25's fit in the A, jet motion, go back to the original fit. 54 has to get in the A, 59's playing the B again. Guard pull, get over the top. That is a lot of moving pieces right there. That's – as you can see that end has no clue what he's getting right now. He's thinking, jet sweep, kicked out. And that's a great play. And there's not a whole lot of stuff you got to add right here. This is just simple football. This is pretty much a power play, but instead of leading up on the backer, you're just kicking the end.
It's very much like we've seen this year. I believe we saw this from the Cleveland Browns last year with Jarvis Landry running the play. They did it twice in a game. We've talked about this a little bit just as a trend, this idea of, we called it like a trailer on jet sweep, that first guy, his job is to stretch the defense here, right, and widen these gaps out. You think, again, about running like a one-gap power play or any kind of play that does not have the motion with it, those are tight spaces. But, look at the effect of all these things happening. And again, like you said, Zach, anytime you're playing the Niners, you have the threat of that wide zone, and you start mixing all those things together, this becomes a very tough play to defend.
One more thing I'll add, Keith, is as you can see, we had a play like this earlier on All 22 Tuesday that we did because watch the back. The back even gives that the old big jet flip toss, which if that's not Kuechly backside, that guy's probably going to hang backside. But Kuechly does a great job here. He just gets tripped up. But Keith, if I'm not mistaken, you would know, but the Patriots and Browns played this weekend, and I believe Brown tried to run the same play from the gun, very similar, but the ball got picked off because looks like the backside tackle had gotten blown up, and when Baker flipped the ball to the wing back where the tackle got blown up, he just ended up right in that B gap and was able to pick the ball off.
Yeah, Zach, it looked like a poorly executed junior high play. I mean, you know that Baker Mayfield isn't throwing 1-yard interception as defensive tackles. You just don't expect that guy to be there right now in your lap. And I imagine as soon as he let that ball go, it was one of those, oh, crap moments that, you know, nothing he could do. I'm sure it went like in slow motion from there, that play going into the defensive lineman's hands. But yeah, they were trying to do something similar to what's happening here.
I look at this play from the end zone and a slight change in the blocking scheme either way. To the left, let's run the same play but keep 84 on the end. And Garoppolo can come out and actually pitch this ball. In other words, it's like a speed option, but that ball obviously is getting out quick because you don't want to get that guy hurt, right? But yeah, I mean, one blocking change, and I mean, you could about make the linebacker wrong there. And then on the other side, you know, they don't block that in half the time on jet sweeps anyway. I mean, now there are a lot of different ways you can run it. You can run it with the offensive line, you know, really blocking to the left instead of the right here. But they've taken the 53 1/3 again, and they got some of the defense. Watch the wide copy. Go back and watch watch these two defenders down here outside the hash. Frozen. I mean, they're out of the game because they do have to respect the quarterback and the option out here, speed option. And you go to the top of the screen, and there you've got two defenders outside the hash, up really almost outside of the numbers, defending the jet sweep. Well, simple math tells you 11 minus 4. You know, you're dealing with only got 7 left, and that safety is about 15 yards deep. So your numbers are pretty good as long as your people can stay on the block. So the other thing that I'll bring up here is that, and we talk about this a lot on All 22 and Trendsettings, is that we have plays very similar to this drawn up in our flag football league. So regardless if it's, you know, because if you're not blocking people, and a lot of flag football stuff that we draw doesn't have blocking, if you're not going to block people, then you better misdirection the heck out of them, right? And so that's what we keep seeing more and more. So if you're coaching flag football, youth football, high school football, or college football, and obviously you're looking at it right here in the NFL, there's a place for all of this type of misdirection game now. Every time we do one of these plays here, it shows up in FirstDown Playbook, and if you want to go in and edit that play and put it in your system, you can. We're getting at that point in time of the year now where guys are you know, coaches are coaches. They're either going to ask you to leave or you're going to get another opportunity. So all of our customers have a full playbook that they can take with them, and they can edit this as they move. But you can find everything that we do at firstdownplaybook.com. And if you want to look at what we do on a daily basis, absolutely for free, it's at blog.firstdownplaybook.com.